Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to compare and contrast the various Supermatic bindings on the market from Bent Metal, Nidecker, and Salomon. That's right, Supermatic's been licensed out, now we're getting multiple brands with it. The big thing with Supermatic is it was invented by Nidecker. They're the ones that perfected it. Now they're licensing it out. You might be asking yourself, why are they licensing it out? Because it's giving other brands the options to have this. It's not like you're putting them into a step-on where you're limited on boots. This allows people to have the ability to use any boot they want with various bindings. Now, the big thing with these being licensed out is that these companies, Bent Metal and Salomon, right now, do not have to go reinvent the wheel. They do not have to put a lot of R&D. They can just license it, slap their name on it, and it can sit on the wall being complementary right next to what Nidecker is doing. And also, it gives shops that say aren't a Nidecker dealer the option to carry that Salomon version or that Bent Metal version and give their customer base something there. It's kind of a nice way because it's like, hey, we're allowing this to be out there. Think of it kind of like when BOA technology came out, there was a few boots that had it, and now you look at the market and there's a ton of BOA options out there. This is what Nidecker is doing with Supermatic right now. So what are the similarities with these Supermatics? Well, it's the straps and the chassis. They're all the same. The ratchets will be rebranded to have that brand's logo on it. So the Bent Metal will have the Bent Metal, the Nideckers have the Nideckers, and the Salomons have the Salomons. But by and large, it's the exact same ratchet all the way across. It's the exact same straps on there. And then with the chassis, they're exactly the same. The differences are going to come down to the cosmetics on the Footpad and then the high backs on these as well. So the high backs are going to be different, and that's going to be a difference in height and flex. You're going to be able to see that difference in there. So with the Nidecker that I have right here, this is the LT, so this is the softer one. And as you can see, there's some give in that high back. Then with the Bent Metal, there's still some give, but it's also a little bit lower and it cups a little bit different. With the Salomon, it's a little higher, and this one is actually the most malleable high back. Like riding it, I knew right away, I was like, this is different. I'm not getting as much rigidity out of the high back on a heel side edge, so you can actually feel that in there. And that's going to be the subtle differences for the most part, is just the high back and that forward lean adjustment. So with the Bent Metal, you get the forward lean block. With the Nidecker and the Salomon, you're going to have that flip tab that you can just pop up and slide up and down to adjust that forward lean. That's going to also be a difference. And that kind of plays into the dynamic of the flex of the high back. Like this block absolutely disperses the pressure out differently on the heel cup than just these little tabs. They're a little more narrower, so they're not dispersing it across a broader field in there. And that slightly changes how you're going to feel it on your heel edge. Most of you watching this, you're probably not going to notice it. I will be very honest with you. It's too subtle of a difference, and most of you probably will not have ridden many bindings to understand that. All right, we're about halfway through this video. Give it a thumbs up, or don't, doesn't matter. Either way, when you interact with it, it just bumps it up. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the programming we've got coming out for you. Going along with the foot pads, as I said, it's purely cosmetics that are the differences in this. You can actually see that on the Nidecker, it's got that smooth plastic and then the ridged foam. With the Bent Metal, you're going to see that the foam doesn't come up as high. You've got the pad there. It's a broader area. And then with the Salomon, it's a different shape, but it's still got that slick plastic on there. It's got the foam. They're all the same width and thickness. Like these are interchangeable. I could put any of these on any of the other ones out there and they would work. The big difference, like I said, it's all cosmetic. So it matches the branding So how would you choose one of these over the other? The real difference, as I said, is going to be the high back, and it's just going to come down to what kind of play you want, and you're pretty much splitting hairs there. Obviously, I think the Solomon is going to be the softest, then it's going to go to the bent metal, and then it'll go to this Nidecker LT, which Nidecker also has the carbon Supermatic and the regular Supermatic, so they've got 3 versions in there. These guys only have 1, so there is that in there as well. Otherwise, if you're thinking of going Supermatic, the big thing that I want you to know, bigger base tray, bigger dead spot underfoot, and these do come with more weight. Now, the cool thing is if you're in an area that only sells bent metal or Solomon and you've got the Nidecker and something goes wrong and they sell these, the parts are interchangeable. You've got that going for you. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. All right, hopefully this comparison breaks down the difference in all these Supermatics for you and you realize it's really not that much. That's kind of the point of this. But if you haven't realized that, well, you can go watch the reviews of every one of these because we have them. And, well, watching more of our content and programming helps us. So go do it. I dare you.